You're new to freelance writing and trying to get things started on the right foot. You're wondering how you can launch and be successful without falling victim to some of the scams and pitfalls that are out there. I'm going to tell you the biggest mistake freelance writers make and how to avoid it. And it's not what you think. Hi, I'm Naomi. I've been a freelance writer for 17 years and I run the blog over at helpmenaomi.com. I offer down-to-earth advice for writers who want to get paid. And before I forget, please hit the little subscribe button and the bell so you'll be notified whenever I post up a new video. So, what's the biggest mistake freelance writers make? You're probably thinking it's not charging enough money or filing our taxes incorrectly, but that's not it. I talked before about how if I had to start all over again, I would start my freelance writing business by writing out my mission statement, my business plan, and choosing my niche much faster. But those aren't it either. Almost every new business owner out there will make mistakes along the way. They'll try something that doesn't work, or they'll take a risk that doesn't quite pan out. And then a few months later, you'll read their blog article posted somewhere about the lesson they learned from that mistake and all about how it really turned into a pivotal moment for their success. And freelance writers will make mistakes too. It's going to happen. We will take on a bad client even though we might know better. Sometimes, even if all the signs are there warning us to move on, we will send a poorly written proposal because we're in a hurry on a highly competitive project. We will skip trying to get a down payment on a big project because a client had kind eyes, right? We trusted the wrong person. Sometimes we will miss deadlines because we started taking on too many clients or because we didn't establish a strong enough writing routine to help us juggle everything. Yeah, we're gonna make a lot of mistakes along the way. But the biggest mistake you can make, the absolute biggest mistake, forgetting to write for yourself. All those other things are important, and any one of those mistakes can hurt your business, but forgetting to write for yourself is a surefire way of putting you right out of business. I know because it happened to me. After years of freelance writing for other people, I woke up one day and decided I had had enough. I quit. At least I tried to. I wrapped up all my current projects as quickly as I could, told all my long-term clients that I was leaving the business for a career change, sent off my invoices, and I quit. That same week, I enrolled in graduate school to learn family therapy, which was as far away from freelance writing as I could get. Now, of course, I still had to keep working, right? I needed to be able to make money while I was in school. This is America after all, right? So back to pitching emails I went, except instead of trying to get long-term stable clients, I aimed for short-term clients and one-off projects that I could leave at any time should my new schedule demand it. And I hated every minute of it. I could not wait until I had that degree so I could leave the freelance writing racket behind for good. I was sure that as soon as I got out of school, everything would just be better because I would finally be free of it. And this wasn't the first time I had done this. I tried to quit freelancing while back in undergrad as well. Although that time it was for very different reasons. Back then, I was still under the delusion that writing was not a real job. But this time, I quit freelance writing because I was burnt out. I had already been doing it for 9 years by the time I entered graduate school. I was sick of it. So every project I took on while in school pained me, and I resented it. I was tired of writing, tired of clients. I had lost interest in writing altogether. And then 2015 happened. And 2015 was poised to be a great year. I graduated with my master's degree in psychology. My thesis was picked up for publication, and my professors, they loved me. And I thought for sure, this time I was going to finally be able to quit freelance writing for good. All I had to do was go home, send off all my final resignation letters, and I was done for good. Then, after walking across the stage and receiving my robes, one of the professors said to me, "We need more writers in this profession." And I thought, okay, yeah, right. But later on at the reception, he said it again. So I asked him, why do you feel this way? And he said, therapists don't tend to be writers. They talk too much. They spend all their time in sessions with clients. So there was actually a shortage of books being written and published for and by therapists. So that night I got home and I went to work writing a new book. And I poured all of my focus into this book. I had not felt that level of creativity and excitement about a project in a long time. A month later, that book debuted at number 6 on Amazon bestsellers list for parenting books and number 1 for step parenting. And when those first couple book reviews came in, it dawned on me, I love writing. I hadn't lost interest in writing at all. I've always loved it. Anything writing related came naturally to me because of my love for writing. And I'm betting that's a major reason why you wanted to start a business freelance writing, because you probably love it as much as I do. So burning out had been a tragic side effect, but it didn't happen because I fell out of love of writing. It happened because I had forgotten how much I love writing, because I wasn't enjoying the craft anymore. Those 9 years I spent freelance writing prior to graduate school, I was chasing the client, bidding on job boards and bidding sites and taking on anything I could find. Even after choosing my niche, I wasn't going after projects I was super passionate about. I was only accepting projects because I had bills to pay and I didn't care if they were low paying or not. For the 4 or 5 years I was in graduate school, yes, I was freelance writing, but I was resentful and angry because I had tried to quit again and couldn't. So my feelings never really got resolved. So with all this in mind, I made the decision to can my master's degree in psychology and relaunch into freelance writing. And I know what you're thinking. Naomi, what a waste. But believe me, the things I learned about psychology actually make me a better writer, especially for the social marketing niche, which is what I target. But the point is, I started over from scratch, but with 13 years of experience under my belt. It's not something a lot of people can say that they've done, but I made one major change. I never, ever forgot to write for myself. Ever again. No matter how busy I get, no matter how many projects I end up working on, no matter how many clients I end up taking on, I make sure to take some time every week to work on my own stuff. My blog, my books, my own projects, because that's what keeps that love of writing alive. The writing. So if you're new to freelance writing or just setting up your routine, or if you've been freelance writing for a while and you're trying to fight off burnout, check your schedule. Make sure you have time set aside at least every month, every week if you can, to work on your own stuff. You probably got into freelance writing because you love it. So make sure it stays something that you love doing. Now, your turn. Do you make time for your own writing? Go ahead and share your story with me in the comments. And don't forget to click on that subscribe button, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!